Whether you're building a new PC from the ground up or upgrading an existing system that was once one of the best gaming PCs but now struggles to tackle today's games, the best RAM kit for your money depends on the platform you pick and the workloads you plan to run. The hard part is evaluating whether faster memory improves your system's performance. For example, if you're running an Intel system with one of the best graphics cards, most programs won't respond meaningfully to faster or slower system memory. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Number 6. Patriot Viper RGB DDR4-3600. Best high-speed RGB with 16 GB kit, Patriot bucks the trend of pairing cosmetic features with mainstream DRAM ICs instead of pushing data rates up to 4,133 MHz MHz on its Viper RGB. As a result, this DDR4-3600 kit is only $10 more than the white LED version and several dollars cheaper than competing products with similar latency. That makes it a great value at this speed, though slower kits have more significant pricing advantages. The fastest DDR4-3600 kit we've tested, Patriot's Viper RGB DDR4-3600 kit, provides excellent value to buyers who want to go overclocking capability and show RGB LEDs. The kit includes two single-rank 8 GB DIMMs, which would have put it at a competitive disadvantage against dual-rank DIMMs of the same capacity. But dual-rank DIMMs require twice as many chips, and those less dense ICs have been out of production for around 2 years. Number 5. Patriot Viper Steel DDR4-4400. Best high-speed 16 GB kit. Patriot's Viper Steel memory lineup encompasses a range of products from DDR4-3000 to DDR4-4400, with models above DDR4-3200 available only as two X8 GB kits. 16 GB isn't a whole lot of memory capacity these days, particularly when considering that most of the boards capable of supporting this data rate have only 2 slots. Yet keeping the kit simple has allowed Patriot to equip the Viper Steel with enhanced timings that dramatically boost the performance of certain programs, including some games. Since the market for pure gaming rigs and focused builds designed for singular tasks is still competitive, the Viper Steel DDR4-4400 sits comfortably in this niche. Stick an ordinary household magnet on the side of the Viper Steel's cooler, and you'll soon find out that there isn't enough ferric content in Patriot's kit to technically justify the back half of its name. For the record, the kit doesn't contain any actual Vipers either, but that part of the name didn't require any scientific testing. Number 4. Team Group TForce Xtreem ARGB DDR4-3600. Best 16 GB kit for Ryzen owners. Team Group did a great job with the Xtreem ARGB DDR4-3600 C14 memory kit. It certainly ticks all the right boxes. The memory kit looks fantastic when lit up or powered down and performs equally well. The Xtreem ARGB is the fastest DDR4-3600 C14 memory kit that we've tested so far. The memory market only has a handful of DDR4-3600 C14 memory kits at the 16 GB 2x8 GB capacity. And with a price tag of $169.99, the Xtreem ARGB is the least expensive of them all. So the only gripe we have is with its availability. Unfortunately, Newegg is currently the only retailer that lists the memory kit, so it could be challenging to find. The Xtreem ARGB memory modules rest on a black PCB that features an aluminum alloy heat spreader for passive cooling. The body has a dark blue and purple tone, and it's made of translucent plastic that allows the addressable RGB LED lighting to shine through. However, the design isn't identical on both sides. The rear side exposes the black heat spreader. This isn't a big deal on dual-channel motherboards, but it's noticeable on quad-channel platforms. The Xtreem ARGB DDR4-3600 C14 is the fastest memory kit in its class and will certainly serve AMD Ryzen owners very well. Number 3. Samsung DDR5-4800, best 32 GB DDR5-4800 kit you can buy in 2024. The Samsung DDR5-4800C40 memory modules deliver on the performance front for consumers looking for baseline performance, which you can install and forget. While lacking in looks, the Samsung DDR5-4800 memory has unstinted overclocking headroom. That's the memory's most vital attribute. You can hit high frequency with tight timings. The Samsung DDR5-4800 memory will not leave a sour taste in your mouth if you want to try your hand at B-die overclocking. Our sample got to DDR5-5800C36, one of the better configurations by DDR5 standards. Of course, your overclocking mileage will vary, making the Samsung DDR5-4800 memory one of those high-risk, high-reward products. Samsung's DDR5-4800C40 memory module retails for $153.26 at Newegg. It's important to highlight that this is consumer pricing, not IT pricing. A dual-channel setup will set you back $306.52. DDR5 pricing is still fluctuating, but DDR5-4832GB 2x16GB memory kits currently start at $273.99. So the Samsung memory kit is moderately more expensive. But if you want to get your hand on some cheap B-die for overclocking, these memory modules are the way to go. Samsung's DDR5-4800 memory brings back the good old days of buying generic RAM and overclocking it for massive gains. Number 2. Gskill Trident Z5 RGB DDR5-6000 Best Performance 32GB DDR5 Kit. The numbers speak for themselves. The Gskill Trident Z5 RGB DDR5-6000C36 is one of the fastest DDR5 memory kits that money can buy. It also has the best timings that you can find on a DDR5-6000 memory kit. The usage of Samsung's B-die integrated circuits means that the Trident Z5 RGB memory can run at tight timings even beyond the proclaimed DDR5-6000. As always, your ceiling will depend on the silicon lottery and how much voltage you are willing to pump into the memory. While the Trident Z5 RGB DDR5-6000C36 looks good and performs even better, it has an eye-watering price tag that could scare even enthusiasts with the deepest of pockets. At $489.99, the memory kit certainly merits extra meditation before pulling the trigger. But if you've already decided on picking a high-speed DDR5 memory kit for your Alder Lake system, the Trident Z5 RGB DDR5-6000C36 will serve you well. Trident Z5 RGB DDR5-6000C36 is a genuine memory kit for performance seekers, but this level of performance comes with a steep price tag. Number 1. Gskill Trident Z5 Neo RGB DDR5-6000 Best Performance 32GB DDR5 Kit for Zen 4. It's hard to find reasons not to like the Trident Z5 Neo RGB DDR5-6000C30. The memory kit works immaculately out of the box and offers solid performance. That alone is enough to win the majority of buyers over. Looks, as usual, are subjective, but you can't dispute the Trident Z5 Neo RGB's premium exterior. Like its competition, Gskill uses SK Hynix M-Die ICS for the memory kit, so some tweaking headroom is left in memory modules. DDR5 pricing still fluctuates, but current DDR5-6000C30 memory kits start at $159.99. When you consider that, suddenly, the Trident Z5 Neo RGB DDR5-6000C30's $179.99 price tag doesn't look that awful. You're still paying the adopter tax for DDR5, but the Trident Z5 Neo RGB DDR5-6000C30 has proven to be a formidable memory kit, especially for AMD's 600 series platform. There will ultimately be faster memory kits down the road, but in the meantime, the Trident Z5 Neo RGB DDR5-6000C30 is as good as it gets. The Trident Z5 Neo RGB DDR5-6000C30 is a high-performance DDR5-6000 memory kit. It's not cheap, but it's less expensive than the opposition and is an excellent fit for AMD's Ryzen 7000 processors.